So I very recently started giving myself titles. This one's called I'm Alan Shore in the Shower. I stare into my basket of lemon pepper smoked wings, and all I can think is that every 2 wings in a basket of 16 is an entire bird, a creature's product of flight. And my pants come from sweatshops, and my food from a camp, and my words, these words, were typed on a machine from a factory that has a high rate of suicide. And sure, scientifically, I stand on the shoulders of giants, but day to day, I stand on the half-broken backs of 1,000 men I can never meet, never thank, never repay. Because I was born lucky, well-fed, disease-free, great education with the best parents in the world, and I fear that these words sound like they're about me, but that is my very problem. Because when the god of circumstance cast his lots for my name, the world decided that it was about me and the fraction of a percent of those that share my position, and while I'm fundamentally grateful to be where I am, man oh man am I looking to change it. For I fancy myself benevolent, well-intentioned, true, but I resent the assumption that my optimism is the product of naivete, and if it is, then I am looking to change it. So I read and I look and I learn and I listen. To the South American man jailed for his orientation, to the Syrian family torn apart by the war, to the Cambodian slave whose vagina was sewn shut so her virginity could be sold for a 3rd time. And I say no, I refuse. And then I shut my laptop and I go outside and I taste and I look and I listen to Chef Will's vegan spinach dip, to Ella Fitzgerald's cashmere croon, to the young man who helps the wheelchair-bound lady carry in her groceries. And I say, yes, I refuse. I refuse to become jaded, because if a guy in my shoes can't be an optimist, then who the fuck can be? I refuse to be scared of knowledge, because my ignorance does not serve the world. I refuse to fade away, to confine myself locally, because I have some damn agency here. How I use my words, what I do with my hands, where I put my dollars. Yoda mused that suffering comes from hatred, comes from fear, but I think it's simpler. I think suffering comes from exploitation, from those that are pure and simple desperate. Broken people who need to be helped rather than fought. So I remind myself, I make a fucking graph, that 400 years ago, torture chambers were standard provincial government equipment, that 300 years ago, 3 out of 5 newborns didn't make it past age 4, that 100 years ago, men were routinely mangled by machinery, and I refuse to shake off my faith in humanity, and maybe, just maybe, if I focus and I work and I apply my skills, I can increase our capacity to tend to the world, I can plan my impact on the world around me, I can give back simply more than I take away. I'm reminded of a double billboard on Broadway Street in Knoxville circa 2011. It had a PSA about cyberbullies on the left with an ad for the Marines on the right. Human fragility in one eye and human strength in the other. And I think if I can embody the latter to attend to the former, if I can be selfless in my intention and strong in my capability, if I can forge myself into a responsible citizen of my community, my country, my world,